Seems like there's a little confusion as to what's going on right now. I only see Twigglefly online. Grooomp, are you even online? I'm showing you as offline. Oh dear. Well, commentary is going to be a little delayed, but I'll do my best here. Welcome to the Spelunky Weekly Showdown. I am the temporary commentator, Shin Grey Words. It looks like Grooomp and Twigglefly are ready to throw it down. This time it's a USA versus USA match. Yeah, Peter, it's a temp job. Attempt to hire those, possibly. Here we go. We are moving into position. Things are happening. Two very skilled players going into the door here. Grooomp getting a little earlier start than Twiggle did. Grooomp leaps around that giant spider to move onwards here. Twig's taking a quick damage point from that spinner spider. Grooomp having to pass by a jetpack, always a sad moment. More damage for Twigs, that's kind of unfortunate. He looks like he was considering resetting there, but decided against it. Both players into 2-1. Group slightly ahead. Very close runs. Grooomp has only used one bomb and hasn't lost any health or ropes yet. Meanwhile, Twiggle has full resources other than health from those two unfortunate, make that 3 unfortunate pieces of damage that he's taken. Homing frogs are no laughing matter. Grooomp gets batted. Still sitting fairly pretty though. 3 health to Twig's 1. Grooomp manages to get through the wet fur level as Twiggle enters a wet fur level. 1 in 11, folks. 1 in 11 chance. Twiggle is milking that 1 extra health with some excellent moves. Refuses to go down. Grooomp makes his way to the exit of 3-4 and into the temple. As Twiggle enters 3-4, not far behind at all. Fairly quick 4-1 for Grooomp, always a good thing. But then he gets stuck at the entrance of 4-2 due to some bad mummy placement. Manages to get through all right though. Still avoided a dark level on 4-3. Ooh, Grooomp bombs a shortcut Olmec while Twiggle enters 4-3 soon after. Oh, nasty thwomp situation. Twiggle's forced to bomb it. I recognize that situation. Okay. Grooomp can't afford to do any safe strats of any kind, so he's having some excellent luck with Olmec spawns. There may have been one, and he takes it. Round 1 goes to Grooomp. I have no doubt Twiggle can finish off Olmec here, despite the 1 health. We'll see what happens. And Olmec spawns kind to Twiggle too. I don't see any. Solid finishes from both players here, as expected. Racers are going to be making their way back to the entrance screen. Let's see if round 2 is as much of a nail biter as round 1 was. Twiggle gets rid of his walls are shifting message, is always a smart strategy. Here we go, folks. Into the door. Little earlier for Grooomp, just like last time. Maybe a lot earlier. Jetpack teleporter shop, along with a bomb box. Grooomp was very sad to skip that. Ooh, some random damage there for Twiggle, just like last time. That's not going to stop him, that's for sure. Jetpack for Twiggle, too. The temptations. Grooomp already into the jungle. Fast paces from these guys. Twiggle into the jungle as well, as Grooomp enters 2-2. Twiggle skips the black market entrance since he's already at the exit, basically. There's a one-stage deficit right now for Twiggle. And, ooh, skips around the beehive. Smart move. Beehives for both of our characters right now. Oh, no. Grooomp goes down to the Beehive and Tiki Man. Double team. The ball is in Twiggle's court. Oh, 2-4 causing Twiggle to waste some resources. Still pretty high up there, though. He's got 3-3-3. And into the ice caves he goes. And out of 3-1 he goes already as well. That was a quick stage. Oh, random aggro from the shopkeeper on 1-4 through no fault of Groomp's. He decides to start over. Probably a wise choice. That could have slowed him down immensely when he's already not in the lead at the moment. Twiggle already most way through the ice caves, entering 3-4. And now the temple. A fairly kind 4-1 for Twiggle. And Grooomp is back into the jungle again. Twiggle burning his mine to get an easier route through 4-2 here, but there are other obstacles in his way as well. Arrow trap and a thwomp. Narrowly avoids being crushed by the thwomp and manages to trigger the arrow traps. Now Twiggle literally burning a rope to get over that lava pit. And into Olmec for Twiggle. As Grooomp recovers his run into the ice caves. Twiggle using some pro strats there, direct from Krill's Olmec video. He would have had to have gotten a super bounce to survive that. Looks like that's it for Twiggle. Lava bath. Forced lava bath. Very unfortunate. Grooomp is stuck a bit on the wrong side of an ice caves level, but manages to get over, burning a little bit of resource there. The ball is in his court. If he can survive Olmec, then he will take this. If he can get to Olmec, then that will tie it up. We could see some overtime, which we haven't seen all day today, actually. Another jetpack in an early shop for Twigs. Grooomp, unfortunately, on the wrong side again. Those ice caves can really be hit or miss. But he is now into the temple. With a decent set of resources, especially full health, is definitely helpful. Crocman is giving him some trouble, but he manages to get through him. Exit 4-1. Twiggle is already into 2-3. Pretty nice time on that. Some nasty situations in 4-3 for Grooomp, but he opted to avoid as many of them as he could by bombing through. Enemies bouncing around all over the place. Twiggle already back at the ice caves. Grooomp finally taking his first damage point from a nasty Crocman. see if Grooomp survives the Olmec. No bombs, 2 ropes, 3 health. Depends on the spawn situation. We'll see what happens. There are lots of spawns coming up, so bad things could happen, but he might be able to take it. 1 health left. No ropes. Oh my gosh. He'll have to get a lucky bounce on a creature here if he wants to make it up there, and it doesn't look like they're going to be cooperating with him as he dodges the venom spits that were aimed directly towards him. Oh, heartbreak for Grooomp. We have a tie. However, note that Twiggle is already back in 4-1, so he could be taking this by getting an Olmec win. And with 4:45 left, there's a slight chance that Grooomp could make it as well. Not much of one, but oh no! Twiggle goes down to a grabbed Tiki. It's looking more and more like overtime is a lockdown for this. Not exactly sure what's going on here. Grooomp is trying to push through as quickly as possible to beat the buzzer to get an Olmec kill. Meanwhile, Twiggle has realized he's not going to make it in time and is waiting at the door. We may as well, never mind. Group goes down. I think it's time to call this and have them do an OT run. Sudden death. Okay, so overtime. What happens during overtime is both players have 1 run only to get as far as they can. Whoever gets the farthest without dying wins. If both players get to Olmec and defeat Olmec, the fastest player wins. So, we will see how this goes. We're going to count them down. Out of voice, of course. Here we go, overtime. Into the door goes Grooomp a little early compared to Twiggle. This has been a theme. I think it may be the delay on their streams. Now, if Twiggle wins this, the races are not over. That only means Twiggle has one and Grooomp has one. If Grooomp wins this, then the races are over for them. Now, for a lot of players, they would be playing it a lot safer on the overtime rounds because they know any mistakes and it's over for them. But considering the level of these two guys' play, I don't see much slowdown at all. They are pushing through ASAP. Grooomp having to slow down a bit for that giant spider at the exit of 1-4. So both players entering 2-1 at around the same time here. Grooomp has full resources though, whereas Twiggle took a hit. So maybe there is a little bit more caution going into these guys' play. It's just hard to tell. Grooomp into 2-3. Twiggle just entering, a bit behind him, maybe about half a stage. Twiggle deciding to burn a resource rather than risk taking a fall damage there. Oh no, Grooomp is down on 2-4 to some unfortunate accident with spikes. And Twiggle just surpassed that stage, so he is officially the winner of the overtime, meaning the battle is now 1-1. Looks like Twiggle is playing this through to see how far he gets. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I don't know the rules. I just work here. Temporarily. Twiggle crushing it on 3-4, quite literally. That mammoth didn't know what hit it. Oh, so much forced rope wastage on this stage for Twiggle. 4-1 is no laughing matter here. Grooomp is getting some temple practice in as well. Twiggle wisely using a bomb instead of a rope to get around this, and into the Olmec fight he goes. has 3 bombs to use, but he hasn't used any of them. I'm not sure what his plan is here. Oh, I see. Safe strats. And just to prove how safe they are, he jumps on a bomb and explodes. Good game to both racers. Back to the start they go for the final round. Final round. All right, the racers are counted down and they are about to enter. Here they go. Grooomp with the early lead due to stream delay. Some fairly uneventful mines so far. Both players at full resources, not really having to deal with too much. Aside from a bit of Cobra Spit that Grooomp dodged. As he enters the jungle. Taking a quick shortcut with a bomb. Twiggle goes into the jungle as well. Grooomp gets a dead or less restless, or lestless if you prefer. 2-2. Which is quickly over. As are most stages for these players. Tiki Village for Grooomp. Causing him some... Oh, causing him death. That's too bad. Twiggle still hanging on in 2-3 with just 1 health missing. It's Twiggle's game now. If he can hang on to it, he could take it early. Ooh, but he gets struck with a dark stage. That could put a damper on things for sure. But he manages to squeeze through it. And move on to the ice caves. Just as Grooomp makes his way back to the jungle. so much speed and skill going on here. It's hard to tell what's going on sometimes. Twiggle into 3-3. He is not taking his time. I'm not even sure he's paying attention to Groomp's stream. He may just be doing his own thing. Grooomp into 2-3 as Twiggle enters 3-4. And Twiggle's in the temple. Oh my gosh, the thwomp situation there is nasty. Wise to burn that mine, get through. Ooh. Twiggle's got to bait that thwomp out. Wise to go up there on the top. Oh no, a mummy. Gonna have to do a mummy jump and manages it pretty easily. On to 4-3 for Twiggle. Grooomp getting some snow on his 3-3. Oh, is that a second dark stage for Twiggle? Oh, man. Not nice at all, Spelunky. Doesn't have a torch either. Oh, no, and Grooomp goes down in the ice caves. Looks like Twiggle managed to find the exit there, seeing it beneath those tikis and bombing down through. On to Olmec. It's going to be a 2-bomb fight. Let's hope that the spawns are kind, or so far they do not seem to be kind at all. Matter of fact, they're evil. Evil, I say. Wow. That frog, man. And Twiggle finishes it off with 1 rope left and 1 health left. These guys, I swear. Amazing plays. Twiggle takes it 2-1. Come back. I think we may have 1 race left tonight, but I'm not positive because I'm not really in the loop. We will see.